Welcome back to the Feel Good Podcast. I'm Lita.
And I'm Umbriel, the guy who somehow manages to spill coffee on himself at least 3 mornings a week.
That's true. Today's topic might actually help with that. We're talking about morning habits that set you up for a happy, productive day.
Oh, I need this one. Because some mornings I wake up like a Disney prince, birds singing, coffee ready, and some mornings I wake up like a swamp monster.
Same. But the good news is we don't need perfect mornings. We just need intentional habits that shift our energy and mindset.
And we're going to dive into science, stories, and some simple practices that anyone can try. So grab your coffee or tea, and let's get into it.
So first, why do mornings matter so much? It comes down to something called the cortisol awakening response. That's the natural rise of cortisol, our stress hormone, within the first 30 to 45 minutes of waking up.
So basically your body is already pumping you full of stress juice first thing in the morning?
Kinda, but it's not all bad. That cortisol spike helps wake us up, regulate metabolism, and prepare us for the day.
Oh, so that's why if I ruin my morning with bad habits, like scrolling TikTok in bed for 45 minutes, my day feels off.
Exactly. Mornings are a window of influence. If you channel that energy into positive habits, it sets your brain chemistry on a good track for the day.
So mornings are like a steering wheel. Turn left into chaos or right into calm.
Perfect metaphor.
Okay, so let's confess. What's the very first thing you do when you wake up?
Honestly, I drink water. I leave a glass by my bed at night.
That's so responsible. Meanwhile, I used to roll over and grab my phone like it was a life raft.
Oh, I've done that too. But the problem is our brains are in a delicate data wave state when we first wake up. If we feed it stress, like emails, bad news, notifications, it sets the wrong tone.
It's like inviting chaos into your brain before you've even brushed your teeth.
Exactly. Instead, something simple like drinking water or opening your curtains to sunlight tells your body, okay, it's morning, let's go.
I started doing the water trick, by the way. At first, I felt like, what's the big deal? But I swear it makes me less groggy.
Hydration is powerful. Overnight, we lose water through breathing and sweating, so rehydrating supports circulation and energy.
Sometimes I add lemon to feel fancy, like I'm at a spa instead of half asleep in my pajamas.
That's the vibe. Let's talk about movement. This doesn't mean a full workout. It could be 5 minutes of stretching or a walk outside.
Or my personal favorite, dance like no one's watching while you make toast.
That counts. Movement increases blood flow, oxygen to the brain, and endorphins. It literally changes your mood.
Yeah, if I skip moving in the morning, I feel sluggish. But if I stretch, even just touch my toes, I feel more alive.
Exactly. And sunlight plus movement together are magic. Sunlight regulates circadian rhythm by triggering serotonin production, which later converts to melatonin at night.
So a morning walk is basically like telling your body, hey, let's sleep better tonight too.
Yes. And the cool thing is, you don't need an hour. 10 minutes can work.
Okay, but true story, I once tried yoga in the morning, but my cat decided that was the perfect time to sit on my stomach. So my downward dog turned into upward cat.
That's still movement.
Here's where I struggle, being mindful in the morning. My brain is usually like a web browser with 47 tabs open.
Oh, I get that. But mindfulness doesn't have to mean sitting cross-legged for an hour. It can be as simple as noticing your breath for 60 seconds.
I can handle 60 seconds.
Another tool is gratitude journaling. Writing down 3 things you're thankful for helps train your brain to scan for positives during the day.
I tried that once, and my first entry was, I'm grateful for bacon.
That still counts. Gratitude doesn't have to be profound. It can be small joys: food, pets, sunlight.
The science part is cool. Gratitude literally activates the brain's reward system, boosting dopamine.
Exactly. And people who practice it regularly show higher resilience to stress.
So basically, gratitude is free brain medicine.
That's one way to put it.
All right, let's talk food, my favorite subject. Breakfast.
Yes. The most important meal of the day. Though, to be fair, that slogan was invented by a cereal company in the 1940s.
Wait, so cereal propaganda?
Kind of. But the idea is partly true. What we eat in the morning really affects energy and focus.
Yeah, I can confirm. If I eat a donut at 8 a.m., by 10 I feel like napping under my desk.
That's the sugar spike and crash. Instead, protein, fiber, and healthy fats give sustained energy.
So like eggs, oats, yogurt, nuts.
Exactly. Even a smoothie with spinach and fruit works.
I tried putting spinach in a smoothie once, and my blender exploded. I had green goo on the ceiling.
That's commitment. But seriously, breakfast doesn't need to be big, just balanced.
My lazy go-to? Overnight oats with banana and peanut butter. Feels gourmet, but it's really just oats soaking in milk.
Perfect example. Small effort, big payoff.
Beyond food and movement, I think setting intentions is huge.
Oh, I love this one. I do what I call the top 3. Every morning, I write the 3 most important things I need to get done.
That's brilliant. Our brains can only focus deeply for a few hours a day, so picking priorities saves energy.
And it feels good when you actually check them off, like, look at me, being a responsible adult.
Yes, another practice is visualization. Athletes use this. Imagining success actually primes the brain to perform better.
So if I imagine myself answering emails calmly, instead of panicking, I might actually answer emails calmly?
Exactly. It's like mental rehearsal.
That's wild. I usually just visualize my first cup of coffee.
That works too.
Okay, let's be real. What are the worst things people do in the morning?
Hitting snooze. It fragments your sleep and makes you groggier.
Ah, guilty. My snooze button and I are in a toxic relationship.
Another mistake is diving straight into work emails. That makes you reactive instead of intentional.
Yeah, I've done that. By 8:30 a.m., I already feel behind, and the day hasn't even started.
Exactly. Also, skipping breakfast but surviving on coffee alone. Caffeine without fuel can spike anxiety.
So the coffee and vibes diet is not recommended.
Not recommended.
Darn it.
Okay, here's one. What if I'm not a morning person?
Great question. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful. It's about making the mornings you do have, whether it's 7 or 10, intentional.
Right. Some people are biologically night owls. So instead of forcing yourself to wake up at dawn, focus on quality over clock time.
Exactly. Another listener might ask, how do I stop snoozing?
My trick? Put your alarm across the room, so you have to actually get up to turn it off.
That works. Pair it with something enjoyable, like making coffee or opening the window for fresh air.
Another question. What's a quick morning routine if I only have 10 minutes?
Easy. Water, stretch for 2 minutes, write down one thing you're grateful for, and eat a piece of fruit. That's it.
Boom, 10 minutes to glory.
I love the idea of experimenting with habits. Like 1 week, try no phone mornings.
Yes, challenges keep it fun. Another is a gratitude week. Write down 3 things every day and notice how your mood shifts.
I once did a cold shower week. Spoiler, I hated every second, but I also felt super alert.
That's the point. Cold exposure triggers adrenaline and dopamine.
So basically, torture equals productivity.
Not quite, but small discomforts can build resilience.
Okay, new challenge for listeners. Try adding just one habit this week, not all of them. Don't overwhelm yourself.
Yes, one habit done consistently is better than 10 abandoned after 3 days. You know what's fascinating? Different cultures have such unique morning rituals.
Oh, I love this part. Like, I heard in Japan, a lot of people start their mornings with radio calisthenics, literally group stretching broadcasted nationwide.
Yes, it's called Ragio Taiso. Even kids in schools do it. It's about community, movement, and starting fresh together.
Imagine if in our country, everyone tuned into the same morning stretch session instead of scrolling the news. We'd all be happier.
Probably. In India, many people practice yoga or breathing exercises, sometimes combined with chanting. It sets a spiritual tone for the day.
Meanwhile, in Italy, the ritual is an espresso shot while standing at a cafe bar.
And that's still intentional. It's about savoring a moment before rushing into work.
True. It's not about what habit you choose, but the meaning you give it. Okay, let's lighten it up. Worst morning disaster story.
Oh gosh. Once I poured orange juice into my coffee instead of milk. I was so out of it.
Ew. Coffee mimosa.
It was undrinkable. What about you?
One time, I overslept for a college exam, woke up 15 minutes before it started, ran across campus wearing mismatched shoes, didn't notice until I sat down.
At least you made it.
Barely. And that's why snooze buttons are evil.
Let's geek out for a moment. When we talk about habits, it's really about the brain's reward loop. Cue, routine, reward.
Like Pavlov's dog, but for humans, and coffee.
Exactly. For example, your alarm is the cue, brushing teeth is the routine, and the fresh feeling is the reward. Over time, it becomes automatic.
So the trick is to design cues that make good habits easy.
Yes. Want to stretch in the morning? Leave your yoga mat out where you'll see it. Want to drink water? Put the glass by your bed.
That's smart. My brain needs neon signs to remember things.
Most of ours do. How about we do a quick guided gratitude practice for our listeners?
Ooh, live experiment. Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
All right. If you're listening, take a deep breath. Think of one small thing you're grateful for this morning. It could be your bed, your pet, your coffee.
Bacon.
That works. Now, notice how that thought makes you feel. Let the gratitude expand for a few seconds. And exhale.
Honestly, that felt good. My brain slowed down.
That's the magic. It only takes a minute, but it shifts your mood.
So, big takeaway, mornings don't have to be perfect, but they matter.
Exactly. It's less about strict routines and more about small, intentional choices. Water, movement, gratitude, fuel, focus.
And don't try to do it all at once. Pick one habit, stick with it, and build from there.
Over time, those little steps create momentum and compound into a happier, healthier life.
I'm actually excited for tomorrow morning now.
Me too. And hopefully, our listeners will wake up tomorrow feeling inspired instead of groggy.
Unless they hit snooze, in which case we'll be back next week.
Thank you for joining us on the Feel Good podcast. May your mornings be calm, joyful, and full of good vibes.